What's going on with everybody? Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Not gonna be real long on this live. We had a lot of information come out. um, a lot of information. So we had Flau'jae and Kim Mulkey talking, which I thought was people got to understand, because people say something doesn't mean that there wasn't anything going on behind closed doors. I think people get caught up because they're fans of a lot of these players. Me, I'm not a fan. I just am a fan of the game, and these players so happen to play the game that I love, that I like. And I think a lot of times we don't look at the big picture, but I got a lot of stuff today. Make sure you guys come by here for Playbook Connection tonight. It's going to be our first episode. Me and Prince, we're going to do the draft. So we're going to start an hour before the draft. So, so it's going to be 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Mountain West Time. What's up, Pharaoh X? That's good that she signed. I knew she would. But I think people don't like to give you credit when you tell the truth about stuff and when you do research. There were a bunch of people who love LSU that were getting mad at my takes about the Flau'jae situation in LSU. And I told you guys, everything Flau'jae said in that interview is everything that I've been telling you guys, is that she's not ready to play right now. And she did not get better. That's why she said in the interview, I had to talk to Kim, because Flau'jae was gone. Flau'jae and Kim had to have that conversation. If they didn't have that conversation, Flau'jae was out. It was bad last year. And a lot of people don't want to admit it because they're fans. What's up, Mr. CM23? Peace and blessings to you too, my brother. It's good to see you. But I think people a lot of times need somebody to say it for them to understand. I even told y'all about the Kennedy Carter thing. When Kennedy Carter was talking and saying all this, and I told people Kennedy Carter has a track record. And when she did what she did to the white girl, that added on to it. And that there were teams who actually wanted to bring her on. But they didn't like her. They didn't know how her play style would mesh with the other team. AKA, is your temperament going to be under control when we play certain games? That's all it was. Yeah, Jersey with Tennessee. I mean, it's okay, but sometimes Pharaoh players are signed so they can get information about the team that they play against twice a year, which is LSU. I mean, we'll see what she do, but I don't think she's going to start. You got Janiyah Barker there, and I don't think she's going to start over Janiyah. What's up, Uncle Jay? Peace, Unc. But I was telling people about Flau'jae, and people were real. I'm not mean, but very disrespectful, saying that I didn't know what I'm talking about. Oh, because her and Reese don't talk. First and foremost, I'm a broadcast journalist major. Okay. So I don't put my fandom in anything. I just call out BS when I see it and I know what BS is. You guys and gals who are on my channel, I do nothing but give you guys and gals the best content I could give you. Sometimes I might not even give y'all a lot of content that day. So all I said was this. I love Flau'jae's game. I just said Flau'jae hasn't gotten better. Yes, she puts up the numbers, no doubt about it. If you're going off of stats, yes, Flau'jae put up some good stats last year. But if you're going off of coaching and building a putting a player on your team, her skill set was not that good last year. And she mentioned it in an interview that she wanted to know how her development would be. Kim Mulkey doesn't care about development. And that's not a knock on Kim Mulkey. That doesn't mean Kim Mulkey's not a great coach. Kim Mulkey's a Hall of Fame head coach. Now let's get that out the way. We gotta stop just because she had 2 Elite 8 games. She got to the Elite 8. Some people don't even get to the 64 or the 32. So we gotta stop as people who may not like Kim Mulkey. That Kim Mulkey, I don't care if you don't like her. Me, I love Kim Mulkey. I love Kim Mulkey. I love Don Staley. Those are my 2 favorite coaches. I was a Pat Summitt fan. I love Pat Summitt. I love Pat Summitt. And I love Kim and Don because I've watched them through the years. I've watched them play as players and become great, successful head coaches. And I think a lot of time people think that, oh, I'm just in this to bash. And I want to see Flau'jae be great. So I'm going to critique her very hard because I love her as a player. If I love you as a player, I'm going to critique you hard. Like in my family, my father and my mom, my father was like he was the cool parent. He was the favorite parent. My mom was the disciplinarian. Like she didn't care. She was gonna tell you how it was. She don't care if she hurt your feelings. What's up, LaShawn? You were right about your Magic being physical, my Celtics. Yeah, they're physical, but their problem, Chicago Cheetah. Y'all, the Celtics just got too many weapons. And not only that, we turn the ball over way too much. Like I said, Chicago is that Paolo and Franz, they dominate the ball way too much. And nobody else is stepping up. Wendell Carter gave us a good first half yesterday, but he gave us a bad second half. This is why I don't like Wendell Carter. Wendell Carter's a terrible. He's too inconsistent. To me, he's a bench player, but because we don't have a true 5, we gotta play him. But we got beat yesterday. Like we got physical with you guys, but you guys did what you always do, Chicago Cheetah. When the third quarter come, third, fourth quarter, you guys are a tough team to beat. But I tip my cap off to y'all. Y'all did a hell of a job on us yesterday. The second half, y'all forced turnovers. Y'all were beating us on loose balls, and offensively, y'all destroyed us on the offensive boards in the second chance points. But we got to play physical with y'all. That's the only way we'll have a chance. But this series might be over in 4, maybe 5 at tops. I thought it would go 7, but I said in my last review video, I could see this series ending early. I wouldn't be surprised because look, like I said, Boston Celtics have the best team to me out there because you guys can destroy people from the perimeter, but when your perimeter isn't working, y'all can get to the second and the third level. And the first level. Y'all go from the third level to the second level to the first level. And y'all do it with ease. What's up, Josh? Do I think Russ starts for the Giants? Yeah. But if they draft Shedaur, like I'm hearing they might, then he'll probably start for a few games. He'll probably start. Shedaur probably come off the bench. Winning in 7 over the Celtics. Winning in 7, it's gonna be tough. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Kim is a great coach, but Kim don't develop. Like she doesn't develop. And Flau'jae in that thing was like, oh, I talked to her about my development. Then she was saying something. Then Kim said something like, oh, we're building a team around Big Four. No, you're not. You're not building the team around Big Four. Because if you were building the team around Big Four, you would have did it last year. Big Four is just not a leader, but that's okay. She don't have to be. Big Four need to work on her game. If she gets her game down pat, she learns how to play better off the ball, expand her range a little bit. Big Four gonna be nice on the next level. But the problem is that her and Michaela were in each other's way. And it's kind of hard for her to get off when her and Michaela are operating around the elbow, the wing, and the top of the key. It's hard. That's why you see Flau'jae on some sets where she's pushed to the corner 3, or she's pushed to the bottom corner 3. So the right corner 3. So it's hard for her to move in that offense. The way the offense could work better is if you let Michaela run the point, which I believe she's going to do more this year. It would open it up better for Flau'jae. But Flau'jae, this is all allegedly, people. Flau'jae was not finna come back to LSU. She was finna bounce somewhere else. She was finna do what Olivia Miles did at Notre Dame. So she and Kim had to have that talk because the way Kim looked at her it's like Kim looked at her in disgust. Like, you just ain't who I thought you were. Like she's never given any other player that look of a vitriol, like you disgust me. And they had to talk because I know that clip circulated, and we live in a day and age where everything is clipped and then they circulate it. And I know Big Four and her mother had an issue with that. So they had to talk because I believe the mother, this is all allegedly, people, I believe that the mother wanted her to leave, go somewhere else, get the bigger bag. Flau'jae's like, no, I want to stay. I want to finish at LSU. She loves it there. She loves LSU. She really loves LSU. So she had to talk to Kim about development. And I feel what she's saying, but Kim is not a good developmental coach. You either got it or you don't with Kim. You're not going to see a lot of development unless you go to another coach. And that's what I'm saying. Shout out to Prince, I Am Zo Media. He said this best. You have to choose where you're going to college. You're either choosing to win or you're choosing to develop your game to play at the next level. Like, what are you in this for? And a lot of people think, oh, well, Don doesn't do this either. Don, listen. Don gets her players to the league too. Her and Kim get players to the league. Don's not a strong developmental coach either. I agree. I never disagree with anybody with that. But we can't just go at Don, but we don't go at Kim either. They both are not good at developing anybody. They're just not. They're great at winning championships and putting you in position to win championships. Yeah, I agree, Mr. CM23. What's up, freelance ambiguousness? Your Magic could beat them. We could, but we're young, man. We don't have a 5, and we don't have enough shooting. KCP's the reason why we lost too. If KCP could have hit 4 or 5 of those threes he missed, we could have won that game. But what's up, Phil G? What's up, Fulan? Make sure y'all go support my brother Fulan Speak Sports, man. He has some great content. I can't wait to talk some football with him this upcoming season. It was fun last season. Huge Eagles guy. Proud of him. I'm proud of his quarterback, Jalen Hurts. I I just wish they stopped with the narrative of trying to put black against black quarterbacks. Instead of, how about they just talk about how the black quarterbacks are beating all these white boys out? Like, we're dominating the league at the quarterback position. They said Jalen Hurts couldn't do this, do that. He did it. They said Lamar couldn't do this and do that. He's doing it. Patrick Mahomes doing it. They never had Patrick Mahomes on their radar. But now all of a sudden everybody like Patrick Mahomes. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm doing the draft tonight, Phil. It's going to be our first episode. Make sure you guys come back. It's going to be 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're starting. Or I say 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we're starting. We're doing our first episode of Playbook Connection. It's going to be me and I Am Zoe. Me and I Am Zoe Media. Yes, we miss Suggs deeply. Yes, I wish we had Suggs. Yeah, we need outside. AB, we brought in outside shooting. They just can't shoot. We brought in 3 rookies who can shoot in college. They just ain't shooting. What's up, ABC? I think the Rockets won. I'm finna watch that game soon. I'm watching the Miami Heat and Cleveland game. Yeah, she got to hit that weight room. She got to hit that weight room. If she hit that weight room, she'll be good. Like, big foe got to get in the weight room. And, you know, if she really gets some weight, some muscle on her, she's going to be tough to beat. Michaela should be a 3 or a 4. I think Michaela should be a 3 or a 4. Yeah, 3 or a 4. I think Michaela should run the point. If you don't have a point next year, Uncle J.E., Michaela should run the point. Because that'll open up the offense and she won't be in Flau'jae's way. But if y'all got a point guard, then yeah, I'll put her at the 3 or the 4. Dean Smith, no, she don't develop players like that. She don't develop her players like Dean Smith. She gets them to the league, and from then on out, the player has to put it upon themselves to get better. Yeah, I saw Dominique Darius. I mean, I saw it. Shout out to Chicago Cheetah for sending that to me. I mean, that's understandable, but she's not the only coach that does that. There's a lot of coaches that do that. I'm not going to just put that on Gottlieb. Like, what did you do in practice or during the scrimmages to not get playing time like that? Like, sometimes the player got to have onus too. We can't just put everything on the coaches. What's up, Showtime? Make sure y'all go to Showtime page, Showtime on Point Sports. My boy over there celebrating. I hope the Clippers win tonight, dog. I was rooting for y'all the other night show, man. Kawhi put on a surgical clinic on them boys. Yeah, they're better defensively, AB. I agree with that. What's up, AVC? Man, look, man, Hurts out there proved it, man. Sarah Williams goes, UConn to LSU. I think she'll be better at LSU, but I could see her going to UConn. But I think she'll work well at LSU because Kim will put her at the 5 and she'll run the offense through her. Yep. Don players have great defense. Yeah, Don players have great defense. Kim Mulkey players, they're good too, like as far as like being able to last, like the deal with the conditioning. Kim Mulkey players be very conditioned when they get to the next level. They outplay a lot of other players around. So I give her credit for that. She helps your conditioning and your mental, like to keep your mental fortitude to be able to work through a lot of rigorous training, hard training camps. Like you'll make the team, like because of what she has you doing, like how she prepares you. Yeah, they are, Phil G. Appreciate it, Trey. Appreciate it, Trey. It's a long time coming. Salute One True. Does Miami stand a chance against the Cavs? Yeah, Miami does stand a chance against the Cavs. The problem with Miami is they're inconsistent. Like their shooters are inconsistent. Their bench is not all that. They don't really have. I swear, they're just like the Orlando Magic. Like we're like practically damn near the same. Like we struggle from the outside. We don't have really a strong bench. We don't have a strong five. Bam and Paolo got to play the 5/4, which makes them tired. And both teams be getting out rebounded. Yeah, Big Four should be a shooting guard. Yeah, but because of how their offense is, Mr. CM23, she operates at the wing a lot. She operates at the wing a lot. What's up, Political Lil? I love your show with Auntie. Y'all did a great job, man. Y'all did a great job on the show. I love that. What's up, Kiwan? Chilling, man, chilling. What's up, Montrese? Nuggets and fries ain't gonna do anything. The Terminator gonna put Crybaby Joker in the box. We'll see, man. I hope so, but Denver's tough. You can't count Denver out. Isn't part of the reason I'm recruiting all American is because the development level is higher and the discipline the player already has to get better. Hey, Henry, that's a great observation. You're right. Like when you're all American, you already have instilled in you, okay, I'm like, they're going to get better. They're going to work to get better. They already got the mindset. So Kim is there to mold it into a better you. Like if you're great at rebounding, Kim's going to make you 100 times better at rebounding. If you're great at shooting, Kim's going to make you better in shooting and you'll have the ability to shoot those shots you need to shoot. Like she enhances what you're already great at. Don teaches you how to play with different players and defensively how to be strong defensively. So you go to the next level, you'll be able to guard whoever you're against. So it's kind of like that's how they both work. That's how they both work. Do they do a lot of adjusting? Not really. They just like, look, we finna run how we run it. We're just gonna run different variations of the same sets and plays we're running. That's what they do. But hey, they won that way. What I think the Ravens should do in this draft, get a pass. You guys need a pass rusher and y'all need a blocker. What's up, one Colin? Are the Warriors going to lose without Jamisha Butler? Yeah, probably. Probably. Unless they let Kuminga play, but I think Kuminga and Steve Kerr ain't cool. I don't think they cool at all. I think Kuminga can't wait to get out of here. My Rockets won, but I don't like all that shooting threes. Well, AB, I don't like it either, but hey, this the new era, man. We just living in it. Angel said training camp was easy compared to college practices. Yeah, it was very easy. She outworked everybody in training camp. That's why a lot of those vets were pissed off because she was outdoing them. That's the issue. Perfect. It's like no player is perfect. They give and get what they can out the system they are in. That is the best statement I've heard in a long time, Political Lil. No coach is perfect, just like no player is perfect. They give and get what they can out the system they are in. I absolutely agree. Yeah, exactly, ABC. Bam is a 4. I'm hearing Jackson Dart to the Steelers. Well, I don't like that pick. I think the Steelers should go with Milroe. I don't like Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart's not that good to me, but we'll see. I could be wrong. I would take the quarterback from Ohio State over Jackson Dart. I don't like Jackson Dart. Yeah, Christian know his stuff about that, but yeah, but I mean, I'm not finna hate on Big Four. I just want people to understand everything I said about the Big Four situation. It all was true, and nobody wanted to give credit, and that's fine. But people got to understand. I give an analysis. I give a take. If you don't like it, that's cool. You could disagree, but I'm not just saying stuff to say it. Flau'jae and Kim really did not see eye to eye during the end of the season. Like they really were falling out of favor. Kim, and now this is allegedly, Kim was hoping that Flau'jae declared for the draft or she left and went somewhere else. But after they had a talk, they had a heart to heart, they were cool after that. And Flau'jae was talking about, oh, my development, my development. It's like, look, I understand your development, but you got to you got to do the steps to make your development better. Like you got to take the time to make yourself better. Yeah, he a system quarterback. I mean, he's a game manager. What's up, Felton? He needs to improve on passing. I guess, man. I don't know. Josh Allen was better than him coming out of college. What's up, Christian? Yeah, Danny Ainge is terrible as a GM. Oh, okay. All right. What's up, Jacob Pone? Yeah, good luck with your team too. Is the Greek Freak going to the Knicks or somewhere else? Um, it- I could see him going to the Knicks, but I could definitely see him going to Brooklyn. But we'll see. It depends on where he wants to go. What's up, Rasheen? Yeah, everything's all right. I'm just tired as hell. I got to finish this song. I finished the song this morning. I went to go see Sinners. I went to go see Sinners last night, and then came home, finished the song. So I got a couple more songs I got to finish, and I'll be done. I'm trying to think. Should I do two more? Or do one more? It depends. So I'm trying to see what I'm gonna do, but I might get it done today just to get it out the way. Howard Sinners was a great movie, Foolan. It was a great movie, well put together, beautiful. It was great acting. Everybody did a great job. Michael B. Jordan, this is one of his best acting jobs, like period. Um, Everybody held their own. See, what make a great movie to me is if every character holds their own in the scene they're in. Like there was no flaws in it. Um, and it also highlighted it also highlights the racism and things, the prejudice that we went through back in the day. It was, and I'm glad Ryan Coogler touched on that. I question Ryan Coogler sometimes. I'm still mad at the Wakanda Forever movie. So, but other than that, Ryan Coogler's a great director, producer, and all of that. He's great at what he does. But it was a great movie. I give it 4 stars out of 4. Very captivating. Loved it's a scene in there that you're gonna it's a scene in there that was hilarious. You know, I enjoyed it. Pistons go deep in the playoffs. We'll see. Pistons could. The Pistons are built to make a deep run. What's going to get in their way is experience. The Raiders wanted Milroe. Milroe fit good with the Raiders. That would be a good place for him to go. Yeah, man. I'm trying to do 2 this year too. I'm trying to do this one, and then I'm gonna drop another one. This one is different, but the next project that I do is gonna be even better. But this project gonna be fire. Y'all gonna love it. It's just straight bars. It is straight bars on this CD. Yeah, Sinners was amazing, man. It was a great movie. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Michael B. Jordan did his thing. Shedaur should go to a good team. I think he'll go to a good team. I think the problem is they don't like Shedaur because of his daddy. They didn't like Deion. A lot of people have the false presumptions that, oh, they were a fan of Deion. No, they weren't. They didn't like Deion. They used to hate on Deion all the goddamn time. They didn't like that Deion was a 2-sport athlete, how he would go play baseball or play in the World Series. He would ball out. Then he would go and play football. He would ball out. They didn't like that. They didn't like Coach. They didn't like Deion. That's why they're trying to take it out on his son. That's why they're coming up with these hit pieces. Because what I think is going to happen is the Giants or somebody's going to trade up and go grab him. I got the Celtics AVC. What's up, Brass? Chilling, man, chilling. Just wanted to do a quick live real quick. Was talking about the Flau'jae interview she did that proved me right. And then Kim did an interview along with her, and it proved me right about their situation. And I'm just on here just to gloat to the people who said I ain't know what I was talking about. What's up, Prince? Make sure y'all go to IMZO Media. We got a show tonight. Prince, I'm going to call you right after this live. I just wanted to do this quick live real quick. I had to discuss the Flau'jae and Kim Mulkey thing. But yeah, make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother IMZO Media, Showtime on Point Sports, Fool Speak Sports. Go subscribe to all of them, man. And go sign up to IMZO Media's his memberships. He got some good memberships over there. But I'm gonna call you after this, Prince. Just wanted to get this done. Yeah, Deion won champions in World Series and Super Bowl. They don't like that, AVC. They don't like that. They don't like black men or black women's success. It's crazy. They just don't like it. Like they trying to make it seem like Shedaur is this arrogant kid. Shedaur is not arrogant. Shedaur is just confident. He's a confident young man. Like what else is he supposed to do? They're doing the same thing to him like they did to Cam Newton. Cam Newton was very like very boisterous, very confident, strong young man. And they were trying to do everything they can to tear him down in the media, tear him down about, oh, he's not throwing. It's stupid stuff, man. No, I don't draft Thibodeau. I draft Travis Hunter. If I'm the Giants, I draft Travis Hunter and then I go get Shedaur. I didn't hear that interview. What she say? She was talking about how she needed to talk to Kim Mulkey about her development, how she felt like she wasn't ready to go to the WNBA. But remember, Braz, everybody was like, oh, she need to go to the W. And I told everybody, if she gets drafted, she gets drafted off her name. She did not have a good season. I don't care what her numbers say. She did not look good. She wasn't able to go against when people got physical with her, she wasn't able to counteract that. So she proved my point, Braz, when she said, I need to develop more. I wasn't ready for the WNBA. This was out of her mouth. And then Kim Mulkey came back talking about we're going to build the team around Flau'jae and Michaela. I'm like, no, you not, Kim. You finna build the team and you finna go out there and you finna do what you've been doing. You finna run your system. You're going to run it through the big / wing. It's going to look all cluttered. And y'all most likely get to the Elite Eight or, depending on your matchup, could get to the Final Four. What's up, Nadir? Yeah, everybody saw that. The Big Four situation. Hilarious. Yeah, y'all gonna get beat up. Yeah, well, yeah, y'all gonna be tired. Yeah, exactly, AVC. But they don't like that. Yeah, she be fronting Uncle J because she's trying to be something she not. If Flau'jae just be real with herself, Flau'jae will be 100 times better than what she is. She thinks she's that and she's not. Yeah, too immature to jump to the W. Yeah, she wasn't ready yet. But she's talking about development under Kim and all that. You're not finna develop. What Flau'jae need to do is get in that weight room and get on that court. Once her tour's up, she need to get back in the gym. Do I think Orlando will take the Celtics out? No. Because we don't have a consistent third scorer. Plus, we don't have enough shooting, Rasheem. We don't have enough shooting. KCP has been a disappointment offensively, but defensively, he's been okay. But no, we're not taking the Celtics out. The Celtics got too many weapons. We got to get us a 5. We got to get us a 5, and we got to get us a shooting. We got to get us another shooter at the guard position. Because we don't really need a traditional point guard. We got Paulo, we got Franz who can handle the ball and make the playmaking moves. And then Suggs come back. We need to get a consistent shooter off the bench too. All these guys we drafted and brought in to be shooters, they ain't live up to nothing. They terrible. They terrible as heck. Sterling Sharp getting in the Hall of Fame this year, ABC. They voted him in. And then his brother caught up in this bull crap. Yeah, she be front running. She front runs all the time, man. She got a lot to work on. But I just remember everybody was trying to tell me, oh, well, you don't know what you're talking about, man. You just mad because Big Foe don't talk to Angel. I'm like, why does every time somebody critique Big Foe, they got to throw... See, this was crazy to me. When people critique Big Four, I've seen this a lot. When you critique Big Four or you critique Caitlin Clark, everybody throw Angel in there. Why is that? Why do they throw Angel into every situation when you're critiquing the player? Angel ain't got nothing to do with Big Four not doing what she supposed to do. Like, what does that have to do with Big Four getting off her ass and actually working on her game or getting stronger in the weight room? Listen, I don't think she's really put on that much muscle since her freshman year. She kind of looked the same. Yeah, Celtics shoot a lot of threes, but ABC Celtics. This is what I kept trying to tell you, Detroit T, and everybody. See, y'all fall for that shooting too many threes. The Celtics are 3-level scorers. Everybody in their starting five and off of their bench either are 3-level scorers or a 3-point scorer, or they're hustlers. They're grinders. They jump, they dive for the balls. They box out well. They attack the boards. They are a very underrated offensive rebounding team. This is why I keep telling y'all why I picked them to beat everybody last year, and I'm picking them this year to beat everybody. They are a tough team. They're very lengthy, and they know how to score points when their three balls not falling. Drew Holiday takes the game over and gets to the paint. He gets to the mid range or he gets to the bucket. Right. And I mean, yeah, you waiting now to talk about your development. It's like, come on. You should have been talking about your development before you even signed to LSU. I don't know. We get past the Wolves HD. Brash, y'all finna beat the Wolves in 5 or 6. I'm not worried about that. The Wolves ain't like that, bro. They not consistent. That's why I said after game 1, if you've seen it, Brass, I did a recap on it. I still said the Lakers winning in 5 or 6. That the Wolves are a team, Brass, they're streaky. They're very streaky. Your Lakers are streaky, but y'all have experience to score. Y'all are like, okay, the 3 ball ain't working. I can get downhill now. Luka and Bron could get downhill better than their players. They don't really have a player like that, but Anthony Edwards, who can go get his own shot or get downhill. Everybody else is basically like a standstill shooter or a 1-2 dribble pull-up guy. DiVincenzo is probably that guy, but not really. They got to have a clear lane to get to the basket. I don't like the T-Wolves, man. They got to get a new coach. Yeah, they don't like that, Henry. They don't like they think it's showboating, the confidence of it's like Muhammad Ali, Deion Sanders, Angel Reese. Exactly. They don't like black men or black women who are confident and who are very superior at what they do. They don't like it. Oh, George Pickens, he ain't gonna last long. Yeah, that'll be good. If y'all can get JMO, yeah, that'll be good for Bryce. Yeah, Big Four, I want to see her develop too, but she not finna develop in 1 year, Brass. Like, my thing is, if you were looking to develop, you should have went to another coach. Mulkey's not going to develop she's going to develop you as far as mental toughness and whatever you're great at, she's going to help enhance that. But it's up to you to make yourself better. You got to. I root for the Celtics if they play against the Lakers. I'm not rooting for either one of them. No, y'all take a lot of threes, Christian. Y'all just know how to attack the basket. You're a team that if your 3 point ball ain't working, then y'all know how to get to the mid range and get to the post, to the cup. But y'all shoot a lot of threes. Right. They use Angel as a deflection to mask big four flaws and see exactly. That's what they do. Will Mike Malone go to the T Woods work or not? Yeah, I think it will work. Mike Malone will whip them in shape. He'll actually make them a better team. What up, though? What up, Motor City MIA? What's up, Leaf? Flau'jae has to work on getting mentally tough. That too, Uncle J, but she has to learn. If Flau'jae comes to the realization that I'm just not that girl, I'm not a number one. I need to do other things to help my team win. I got to do other things to make it easier for my teammates. Then Flau'jae will be a great player. She will be one of the best players to play the game if she learns to do that. It's like that person it's like when you played Uncle J.E., you talked to that person in the mirror and said, you know what? I got to do this better. I got to do that better, man. You got to have that conversation with yourself. She has to come out and say, you know what? I'm not her. I'm not her. I got to work on this. I got to get better. I got to do what it takes for my team to win. Also, I got to do what it takes to help in areas that my team may not be good at. If my team's not good at passing or facilitating, I got to get better at that. I got to be the best facilitator possible. Like, she got to find ways to stick, because when you get to the WNBA, even the NBA or the NFL, you have to find something that you're good at. Like, what will stick? Like, if you don't have nothing that sticks or show that you're better than the next person, you're gonna be out the league. I don't care where you're selected in the draft. Like, you going into training camp, what do you do that's different? Angel went into training camp rebounding, defense, pushing the ball when she gets the rebound. She's going 100 miles per hour a day. Camilla, 100 miles per hour a day. So you have to do something to make you stick. And her game, to me, she gotta learn, okay, what do I do great? What can I do great? Like Skylar said it on Angel's show. Skylar was like, look, you can rebound. I've never heard a coach said, oh, you can't, you need to start rebounding. You got to do something to stick. You just got to. You got to. Yeah, exactly, Henry. I agree. Yeah, Leave. We need Suggs ammo. I agree. Our rebounding is terrible, and our shooting is atrocious. Yeah, exactly, Brass. They consider that as rubbing it in their face. They're inferior. Yeah, exactly. They get upset at that crap. It don't make no sense to me. I feel you, Christian. Like, yeah, but like I said, she's doing the tour to get her money. I have no issue with that. But when she gets off tour, she needs to get that work in. Like, she really got to get that work in. And I believe she will. I believe we're going to get a better Flau'jae next year. I believe that, she'll be good. She got to get some muscle, though. I don't think she really gained any muscle since her freshman year. Yeah, Uncle J.E. I mean, I believe she could do both too, but you got to put that work in on that basketball too. It's kind of tough, but she got to figure out, okay, she got to set it up to where I'll do music here, but then when it's season, I gotta lock into the season. Like Angel ain't doing no podcast. She ain't doing nothing. She is locked into basketball. Basketball season, I'm locked in because she wants to be the best basketball player she could be. Flau'jae got to do the same thing. During your summer or spring, you can get your tour in, your music in, but then you got to get back in that gym. Like, you got to get back in that gym at least 3 months before the season start. You got to be lifting. You got to lift. And I don't know if she got that. So that's how I look at it, man. Yeah, like if you just got in here, I was talking about the Flau'jae situation. Her and Kim Mulkey proved me right. What was going on during the season, even after the season, and I look forward to seeing them get better. I think they might get Sarah Williams. I'm not sure, but Sarah Williams is going to choose between them and UConn. Jersey went to Tennessee, which I just think that was a move to figure out what LSU is doing. And they're going to see if they could get something out of her. ADR went to Vanderbilt. Shout out to ADR. I think she'll do better in Vanderbilt than she did at LSU. What's up, A-Dub? He said I listened to one of your lives the other day. Which live, A-Dub? But I saw Sinners last night. Sinners was a great movie. I also saw the Predator Badlands trailer. Yo, man, Predator might be up for one of the best movies this year. Did y'all see that Predator? Did y'all see that Predator trailer? Y'all saw that Predator trailer? That Predator trailer, Badlands. The one live stream talking about Hard Knocks had me. Oh man, yeah. That was hilarious. They got to get rid of that. We going left with his takes. Oh yeah. Don stacking her team nicely. Yeah, Brass. Don got a nice little whip over there. Shoot, SC, they got him projected to be number one, Brass. They finally given SC their credit. Being number one. I think they got LSU in the top 3, top 4. Is the Predator protagonist? I don't know what the Predator is, but I just want to see that Predator with the 2 blades. When he bring out the 2 blades and he chopping things up, I want to see that. I don't care about who the protagonist, antagonist. I got the Predator winning in 4. Yeah, that Badlands trailer was sick. Yeah, I saw that trailer. Yeah. Oh yeah, Jamal Adams getting locked out. Yeah. Yeah, I did see it. And bro, one of those looked like the one from Independence Day when they had it. Yeah, that I saw that too, Christian. That was kind of neat what they did there. Can we call Kawhi the Predator? Nah, Kawhi is the Terminator. That's the Terminator, bro. He got no emotion. Predator is all emotion. Bro, I just want to see the Predator with the 2 blades. He said, "Yeah, the Predator with the blades looked like a problem, Brass. He had 2 blades." I said, "Ooh, man, dog. Predator finna give them some problems." No, I haven't seen it yet, but I saw that Tron. I was hoping, man, I don't care about no damn Tron. I do not care about no damn Tron. Did you see that Chicago Sky Central pod hating on Angel talking about she struggling Unrivaled and Camilla was gonna have a bigger jump than Angel? Yeah, I saw that bullshit. They didn't watch Unrivaled because Angel didn't struggle in Unrivaled. Angel actually got better. Like her playmaking skills got better, plus her scoring at the basket was a lot better. Them guys, man, I don't really listen to them, but I agree with them though. Camilla's gonna have a big jump. She might have the biggest jump of anybody. Because remember, Camilla didn't play the first half of this. She didn't play early on. She didn't come back until like 2 months down the line. But yeah, like I don't know what it is. It's like people don't. It's like people have a hard time giving Angel credit. I don't get why you can't give her credit, but when it comes to everybody else, oh, this person is this person, because we've been subjected to believe points is the only way you can get better on the basketball court. Like we think because you score a bunch of points, that means you're great. Like if I'm allowed to shoot the ball 20 to 25 or 30 times a game, of course I'm gonna have 20 or 25 points because I just attempted 25 to 30 shots. So it's like I don't get why people don't want to give credit. And then they're talking about, yeah, Miller. I agree with them. Camilla's gonna have probably the biggest jump. She's probably going to have the biggest jump out of everybody. And I have no issue with that. But Angel really didn't struggle in 3-on-3 like she had. If it wasn't for her, they wouldn't have got to the playoffs. So I don't get what he's talking about. Like, what did she struggle at? And she showed and it showed if she stayed consistent, she's gonna have a nice little step back midi, and she's gonna be good from the three. Once she builds that, she got to build that up. People think you're going to be great in like your first 2 years. No, it takes you sometimes 3 to 5 years to actually get to where you got to get to. I don't know why everybody have a problem giving Angel props. Like she didn't struggle early on in Unrivaled. She was struggling because she was trying to adapt to the play style. But Aaliyah Boston never adapted to the play style at all. She was terrible the whole time in Unrivaled. So that to me is struggling. But if you're a player who's just adapting to the play style and you got room for improvement, that don't mean you're struggling. That just means you're trying to adapt to the play style. It's 2 of them that come out this year, Mrs. CM23. Is one I think that comes out in June. It's following different predators and people. And then the one that we saw the trailer, that's November 7th. If it's up there with Prey, it should be. I think it's gonna be better than Prey. Yes, Tron is whack. Yes. Right. Right, exactly, Uncle Jay. Angel struggling Unrivaled. Right. It's like, what are we talking about? Bro, they don't even take it seriously. Dog, they were doing it before it blew up. And I went back and watched some of their old film. The guy who knows everything is the big guy, Steve-O or Stevie. Now he knows his stuff. But the other guy with the glasses, he just go off in a tangent. Then he insults the chat. He insulted Political Lil one day. That's when I definitely got turned off from him. They just went in being belligerent. It's like, dog, like some people not even really going at you. Like, why are you going off like that? It comes off as you're very insecure about yourself. Like, you don't have to go off belligerently cussing people out. It's like, what are you talking about? What's up, MJ? Yeah, she helped her team win a chip. Exactly. He said, man, F those Chicago Sky Central niggas. They talked greasy about Angel all last year. I unfollowed those clowns. Yeah, I don't watch them either. I just saw a tape of what they done, but dog, they don't care. They care about them sorry ass Bulls and them sorry ass Bears. I'm like, go talk about the sorry ass Bulls and Bears. That's what you're good at. Y'all ain't good at this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She don't get no props. Dog, she had a 20-20 game and they didn't give it no props. They ain't even talk about it. It's like, I understand you're Chicago Sky, but then they lie and say, oh, well, we're gonna do content on it. And they never do no content. And then they talked about the draft and everything, and I'm like, okay. Like the dude Steve-O, I respect him because he knows his stuff. But as a page, dog, they be doing low-key hating. It's like they don't want to give Angel no credit. Like, it's not hard. Just get a girl her credit and move on. I'm not saying you got to glaze her. I'm not saying you got to get on your knees and praise her. No, give her credit. Talk about Unrivaled. Y'all learned more from Unrivaled in my videos than you learned about anything from them. And I was talking about all the players. So how are you going to, this is what I'm saying about growing the game. How are you growing the game? And you're not talking about your team. You're not talking about the other things on your team. Y'all over here talking about, oh, Michaela might start. Michaela might start. I don't think Michaela's starting. I think Kia Nurse gonna start. I'm not sold on Michaela like y'all are. Michaela to me is okay. Like, she's cool, but I don't see how she's gonna come in the starting lineup. She's not a prolific shooter. Can she score? Yeah. She's on and off, but a lot of times Michaela's in Angel's way. They bump into each other. So that's why I'm saying I will want her coming off the bench, because then I could slide Angel to the 5, Maddie to the 4, and the floor will be so open for Michaela to do what she got to do. I wasn't saying Michaela's trash. I just said she's good off the bench. Like, I'm cool with it. Oh yeah, Camilla gonna make a big jump on Brass. I don't listen to Sky Central, and that's why Angel injected dog. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it weren't for Angel, the Rose would not have gotten better. See, they focus on Chelsea Gray scoring all these points, but I'm like, how was she scoring the points? Angel set up the screens. Angel rolled to the basket. Angel was running the point. She was running the point in full court. She was playing her natural position, how she plays. And that's why Tyler Marsh did what he did. He like, okay, we just gonna get a bunch of shooters. And then whenever Angel get the rebound, we gonna have her push the ball. She finna push in transition. She did that at LSU. She did it at Maryland. She did it in high school. Sometimes just because a player can score, what else can they do? Like, if I take away your scoring, what else do you bring to the table? A lot of these players don't do nothing else besides score. If they're not scoring, they're not doing anything else to affect the game. I got her averaging 16 and 16. Yeah, they was off for months, and then all of a sudden they want to come back talking about, you know what I'm saying? Oh, well, this is what we're doing. You know, like, hey, Chicago Sky Central. Like, bro, y'all don't care. Yeah, it would. It's bad as hell, Nicole. Bad as hell. She was defensive player of the year, made second team unrivaled. They ain't even talk about the shit. They ain't even talk about it. So I'm like, all right. Them and Quita were saying, oh, Angel gonna come off the bench this year. I said, the bench? No, why? Why would Angel come off the bench? That don't make no sense. That's what I'm saying. That's how I knew Quita loved sports, and that's how I knew Chicago Sky Central. Them two don't know shit about basketball. They don't know shit about basketball. That's how I knew. I knew right then and there they didn't know about basketball. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Nadira. It's like, you think they brought Kia Nurse in to come off the bench? No. Kia Nurse finna start. And I don't know why people getting upset about it. I told people Angel was gonna start last year. Niggas looked at me crazy. Yeah, Michaela can't beat our Nurse. I mean, she possibly can, Rasheem, but I don't know if she will. If Michaela hasn't mastered that three ball, man, she not beating out Kia Nurse, bro. She just not. And with the 11 pick, Steelers trade up to get Shedaur Sanders. They better. Yeah, they was mad. They wanted to go get Rakia Jackson, but I'm like, dude, Rakia Jackson wasn't falling to you guys. Not that late. Like, what are you talking about? Angel really was supposed to go number 2, but they hated on her because of the Caitlin Clark crap. They hated on her. And then they realized, man, that she really can play. Yeah, Bulls and Bears trash, but they cover that shit. And they don't want to debate me in it. I'll debate them in basketball, and I'll debate their ass in football. I'll tear their ass apart. And if somebody want to clip it and send it to them, do it. Because I want them to. I'll destroy both of them. I'll destroy both of them. That's how I feel. Yeah, 16 rebounds, MJ. Because think about it, MJ. Camilla's going to start operating. Camilla needs to operate in the high post / out by the 3-point line, dude. Camilla's not really a strong rebounder, MJ. She's not. She's okay, but she's not strong. Angel could rebound and play the post a lot better, and she could get to her spots. Like, Miller's going to operate to me more in the high post. That's where she's great at. Angel's good at just roaming around. You know, you could set a screen with her, let her roll to the basket. She gets downhill a lot better than Camilla. Camilla, to me, works more around the elbows, more of a midi player. She could post you up at times and get to the basket. She's a great scorer. She's a little better than Angel when it comes to scoring, but Angel does everything else better, like passing, doing the dirty work stuff. Like, Angel can average 16, bro. Dude, she could average 16 last year if they actually had players who bought into what they did, MJ. If you buy into what Angel and Miller do, they will be better than what you think they will be. They will be. What's up, Kubala? I love Quita stuff too. I don't hate Quita stuff. I don't hate Chicago Sky Central. I just disagree on the bullshit that they talk about at times. That don't mean that I don't like their content. Quita does a lot of work. She puts in work. Whether I agree or disagree with the shit she talk about or them two brothers talk about, they put in work. So I'm not finna diss that, but you gotta call a spade a spade. It's like, bro, y'all don't give Angel credit for shit. It's like, I understand if you give her credit a few times, like, yeah, she did. Y'all was dumping on Angel all last year. Y'all was dumping on her. It's crazy work, man. Yeah, they said Dana gonna be great because she scored a lot in Turkey. Well, Dana was in a different system. See, Dana is a ball dominant type of guard. Like she's a I'm gonna get it 1-2 dribble pull up, or I'm gonna get to this spot and I'm gonna shoot the shot. Like she's a bona fide scorer because she was like that at Louisville. But in that system, Teaspoon messed her up. Teaspoon had her trying to play a traditional point guard position. That's not her game. She she's not a pass first player. She's a shooter. You don't change a shooter into a pass first player. Just like you don't change a pass first player into a shooter. You just don't do it. Yeah, like Pac-Man, facts. I don't know, MJ. I don't like Beck Allen. I think they're going with a 3 guard set, bro. I think they're going with a 3 guard set. I think they're going to have Kia, Ariel, and Sloop. And then first off the bench might be HVL. But I don't like Beck Allen starting. I watched her start in her career. She's okay. But she gets hurt too fast. And I don't want her to put that many minutes on her body. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh, she could pass. I'm like, nigga, Angel could pass too. Like, what are we talking about? How about you say both of them are going to have a big jump this year? They couldn't even say that. They just, they always downplay, they always downplay everything Angel do. It's like it's embedded in them to do it because everybody thinks of her as more of a model than a basketball player. Like her game is gritty, tough, and rough, is unorthodox. People don't like that type of basketball. They like the pretty jumper and the 6'7" player or the 3 ball shooter or the dominant ball player like Kennedy who shoot up all these damn bad shots and she got 20s like 18 to 20 some points. They like that type of shit because they're fans. They don't know basketball. Yeah, she did. What's up, Dennis PC Gaming? Kia Nurse ain't do shit for my Sparks last season. They rushed her back too soon because I know she's a great player. Remember, she was on them Bill Lambier Aces squads. Yeah, Kubala. Yeah, I know. Kia Nurse got rushed back last year. That's why I was trying to tell people, bro, Kia Nurse can play. I don't know why people think she can't play. I'm like, dude, she played out of position last year. She's not a 2. If you go back to her, when she played for the Aces, Kia was playing the wing. She was a wing player. She's 6 feet tall, so she plays the wing, and she could shoot. So last year they had her at the 2 guard, and a lot of times she was getting the ball in a lot of bad spots. They didn't really have a traditional point guard or a point guard in general who could get her the ball. What's up, K-Town Brown? I think that, yeah, they're gonna be tough. I got the Sky finishing between 6 and 8. 6 and 8. What? Who is going to start in front of Angel? Nobody's going to start in front of Angel, ST13. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Who? Angel and Miller starting. I mean, period. That's it. Man, them both the Bulls and Bears are bum franchises. And a lot of their fans don't know shit about basketball at all. Yeah, no Walter or Mike. Oh, yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah. Kia Nurse can play, MJ. Like, Kia Nurse was a wing. I don't know why everybody is like, oh, Michaela's gonna start. I said, you sure about that? Y'all, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, Kia Nurse can play the wing. She could play the wing or the two. She could play the guard or the wing. The guard is her secondary position. She's a wing player. If you watch her in Athletes Unlimited, she's playing the wing. What's up, Skull Brain? Camilla back in Chicago. That's good. Can't wait 3 more days till training camp. Right. That's what I'm saying. Kalea Copper went from role player to finals MVP to Olympian to MVP candidate within 8 years. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's not Candace Parker. Like, she don't have to be. Reese game, how long does it last? Angel Reese gonna last at least 15 to 18 years. Because Leaf, she's expanding her game. Every year she's gonna expand her game. She's not gonna keep playing in the post because Angel, see, this is how, and this is not a diss to you, Leaf. This is just a diss to people. Angel Reese used to play on the wing. She's a wing player. She moved to the 5 because Kim Mulkey likes those. She wanted her at the 5 because of her tenacity, her veracity, her rebounding skill. Like, Angel's rebounding is incredible. And she was doing it from the wing. She would go and out rebound bigs. So Kim Mulkey was like, I'm gonna put you at the 5. She said coming in, I want to move back to my natural position, which is the 4/wing. That's what she's trying to do. But you got to give her time. People don't want to give her time. People are thinking she's going to stay the same. No, players don't stay the same. They get better. They learn different things. They expand their game. We've seen this with plenty players. Kevin Garnett couldn't shoot a damn mid-range shot to save his life when he got in the league. But he was hella athletic. He could defend. He could rebound and block shots. As the years went on, KG began shooting threes, shooting elbow jumpers consistently. You know what I'm saying? Like, players get better. Well, it depends on the player, ABC. There's players who are great at finesse. Like, there's players who finesse game is very good. Like Nafisa Collier, she's finesse. Her game is very effective. So you could be finesse, you could be finesse. Like Rakia Jackson is finesse. Yeah, Kia gonna be straight. I'm not worried about Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse gonna be okay. Yeah, we almost ready. What's up, B Will? What is going on? Yeah, Kia was out of shape and nursing that injury. Yeah, she was out of shape last year. Kia's not a bad player. I'm not saying she's a superstar or the greatest player in the world. No, she's a solid role player and she plays that wing, defend. She's a very solid defender. Is she the greatest? No, but she's solid. I don't need you to be lockdown defender. I just need you to be able to play defense, like give effort. At least give me effort. And that's what Kia does. Yeah, she did, Rasheen. I remember she was good for the Liberty too. I remember Kia Nurse, man. A lot of people just don't remember because remember she got hurt and she wasn't the same when she got back. Yeah, right. Right, exactly, Brass. Exactly. Rock and Triple H, I have no idea. You got to ask Christian ABC. Christian and T and them know. I don't watch wrestling like that. I try to. I just can't get into it like I used to. My Bears will win, HD. We'll see, Jay Capone. We'll see. Y'all keep getting all these coaches. Y'all don't ever keep a stable team. Y'all should have kept Justin Fields and actually built the team around him, but y'all GMs are dumb and your organization is stupid. We gonna see how long they last with Caleb Williams, Jay Capone. Okay, you talking about Jessica Carter making the team? I don't know, MJ. I don't think Jessica Carter make the team. I don't think her or Birch make the team because MJ, you got E. Will, you got Maddie. Sivka's possibly not coming over this year. I don't see her making the team. I don't see her making the team at all. Turning her into Dennis Rodman. No, she don't need. I mean, she don't need to be Dennis. She don't need to be Dennis Rodman. Angel could do a lot more than what Dennis could do. Dennis wasn't the ball handler Angel was. Dennis wasn't running the fast break a lot with the ball in his hands like Angel was. Dennis was a scrapper, solid defender. He could score from different positions in Detroit. He stopped scoring because the teams he were on didn't need him scoring. He changed his role. And he just went and got rebounds and defense. And they won championships. He got 5 championships. If it wasn't for him, Michael Jordan don't have 6, bro. He don't. I was asking who did they say was gonna. No, they didn't say they didn't say that ST13. What they were saying is that Miller was gonna take a big jump, and they were saying that Angel was struggling at Unrivaled, which was a lie. Angel was not struggling. She was trying to adapt to the play style. Once she adapted to the play style, she dominated. She led everybody in rebounds, and defensively, she was shutting everybody down. Like she was shutting guards down. But they didn't talk about that because you know why? They don't know basketball. They only know about offense. And I don't like people like that. Like the guy, like this one guy named Chilltown. I guess Leaf know him. He says Kobe is like 11th of all time. How's Kobe 11 all time? But you got LeBron in the top, and you got Mike at the top, but you ain't got Kobe at the top. Come on, like we got to stop hating, bro. Like I'm not a LeBron fan, but LeBron's a great player, whether you like it or not. You got to get the same respect to Kobe. I just don't understand how you give LeBron all this praise or Mike, but you don't give Kobe no praise. It's like people forget that Kobe was that dude. He was that dude. Even Shaq even said it. And the dude, Chilltown, is Shaq's cousin. I'm like, and then he told a story that he lost to Kobe when they practiced against each other. I said, okay, that's it. You mad because Kobe busted your ass. I got it. I would hate him too if he busted my ass. But I'm not finna say he's between 10 and 13. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, Angel's a wing player. Exactly. Angel is a wing player. They they don't like that. You know, that's what I'm saying. She used to play the wing. The whole listen, let me tell you guys, the whole plan, guys and gals, the whole plan was for Angel to start moving more towards the 4/wing. Angel wants to get back to what she used to do at Merlin and in high school. She used to call herself Dime Dropper. Like she would brag about getting assists. Like she would have 10 to 15 assists. Like she is a point guard at heart. She's going to get better. Everybody doesn't start off great at first. They got to get better. Exactly, ABC. It's like a blue lock with soccer player continue evolving their game. Exactly. Them Chicago Sky Central Ninjas is ops. All this sneak dissing they doing, man. They mad ain't using the star power to make an organization that files them. Yeah, I agree, Henry. I agree. Yeah, exactly, Nadir. Exactly. That's true, AVC. They already selling Maddie Westbell jerseys. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Like Maddie Westbell jerseys, exactly. Yeah, exactly. One Colin. The Bears organization is terrible, and their problem is they don't stick to anybody. We're gonna see how long they stick with Caleb Williams because I think they're gonna do Caleb Williams dirty. We're gonna see though. Exactly. Hit the like button, y'all. Exactly. Exactly. ST13. Angel won Defensive Player of the Year, got the first 20 points, and got second team, but she struggled. I told you, man, these dudes out here, listen. I agree with Prince. Prince is absolutely right. You give these dudes a microphone and they think they know everything. And they don't know shit. Kobe 11, that's blasphemy. Exactly. Like Kobe at least is in the top 5, bro. Like, come on. Come on. Stop. Stop it. If you don't like Kobe, that's fine. But 11th with that team he took to the finals 3 straight times, Uncle J.E. with Pau Gasol. I don't know, MJ. I gotta go look that up. If she is, that would be cool because Sivka could play the 3. That's who to me gonna be our starting 3 in the future. Sivka's gonna be the 3, Angel gonna be the 4, Miller gonna be the 5. That's gonna be our 3. That's gonna be our starting 3. Exactly. Tell him, Mr. CN23, 53 in the live, only 28 likes. Like, hit that like button. Like, stop playing. Yeah, Kobe punched him in his mouth. That's what I'm saying. It's like everybody's brand new. Like LeBron James, I understand LeBron James's longevity. He got these stats. That's cool. But dog, you are 4-6 in the finals. Kobe is 5-2. And don't give me that bullshit sidekick story because Shaquille O'Neal just debunked that. Shaquille O'Neal came out and said Kobe never was a sidekick. Kobe was always that guy. So don't give me this finals MVP crap when the finals MVP is voted by the media. Stop it. The finals MVP and the MVP has been tainted since they voted it to go to the media and the writers back in 1979. Don't give me that bull crap. So what are we talking about, man? We're getting back to real ball talk. All this stats, all that, I don't want to hear it. Because if you got LeBron in your top 3 or 5, Kobe's in that top 3 or 5 too. I don't give a damn what you tell me. Kobe was busting Bron ass when they played each other. Not saying Bron didn't do his thing either, but Kobe was balling. Kobe was the reason why the league was still afloat. So I don't know what these dudes talking about, man. These dudes is lame as hell. Blue Lock goes hard. Facts. What's up, Mario, man? Yeah, man. Long time. Yeah. Exactly, Brass. The Bears are a dumpster fire because of their organization. Listen, I love the players the Bears get, but I know, Brass, they should have never got rid of Justin Fields. They did Justin Fields so bad, I'm done with them. Appreciate the donation, Mario. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate the donation, the super chat. Yeah, Uncle J.E., it's crazy to me. Russell, Oscar, and Wilder top 3. But here's the thing, though. I love Bill Russell, but Bill Russell had a squad around him. Even though he elevated them, but he still had a squad around him. Oscar Robertson, as great as he was, he needed a top 3 or 2 or 4 big man of all time to win a championship. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar needed 2 top 3 or 2 or great guards to win. Kobe won with a Pau Gasol. Like, I'm not saying Pau Gasol sucks, but just listen to me, ABC. Kobe and Pau Gasol. What duo? I would take Scotty over Pau Gasol. And I'm not a Scotty fan, but I would take Scotty over Pau Gasol. I would take D Wade over him. LeBron James has played with D Wade, Chris Bosh, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, right? Rajon Rondo, Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis. Now he's playing with a Luka Doncic. If you give Kobe those players, Kobe get about 7, maybe 8. Plus also this, AVC. Kobe won without Shaq twice. Mike never won without Pippen, even though I think Mike would have won, even though I think Mike is still great, but Mike didn't win without Pippen. Kareem didn't win without Magic, but Magic did get to the championship without Kareem. Even though he lost, Magic still got to the championship without Kareem. That's why I put Magic over Kareem in anything I do. That's why I got Magic over Michael Jordan. I don't have Mike over Magic. Magic won without, he got to the promised land without Kareem. And if not for that HI, that virus, Magic probably could have won 2 more, man. I know you talking about HD. I've been on panels with him. Crazy work with these basketball. Leave, man. Dude, he exposed himself. So I'm like, bro, you're mad because Kobe beat you in practice. Just be honest. But to say Kobe is 11, stop, bro. Like, stop. Exactly, Fox Media. Angel was also getting pulled for no reason. Like, she didn't even, when she started scoring, she got pulled. Yeah, Sivka. Yeah, Sivka's that's really gonna be our starting 3. Bro, Shaq's best seasons was with Kobe. Shaq's best seasons was with Kobe. And Shaq played with a great Penny Hardaway. And that's my favorite player of all time is Penny. But he played with 1 Cent. He played with Kobe and he played with D Wade. Shaq couldn't win without a great guard next to him. And I'm not hating on Shaq. I'm not a fan of Shaq, but Shaq, those 3 years for the Lakers, Shaq was probably the best player I've seen. Those 3 championships, he was probably the best player I've seen, but he couldn't win without a great guard. Kobe won without a great big man. He won with a tier 2 player, a tier 2 big man. It's Pau Gasol. Right. First 3 seasons with the Lakers, got swept 3 consecutive times. They had to wait for Kobe's development to be great. And I ask people this question all the time. Why didn't Shaq win before Kobe became Kobe? That's all I'm asking. I'm not taking away from Shaq. If you got Shaq in your top 10, whatever, I don't care. He's not in my top 10. But if you want to be real, Shaq didn't win until Kobe became Kobe. You can hate Kobe. You can talk bad about him. No issue. He's not the most likable guy off the court. And I'm cool with that. I like that about him. I don't need choir boys on my team. I need guys who want to win. If you don't want to win, don't even come around me. Like straight up. Maddie will be playing the 3 also. I don't know. I got to see how she move, MJ. On offense, yeah, I can see on offense. Defense, she gonna be at the 4 or the 5. But offense, I can see that. But I don't know if she'll be able to do it. I think Angel will be more of a could play the 3 a little better than her. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, Powell was good, but Powell was a number 2. He was a number 2. He's a solid player, but he was a number 2. Yeah, I would take Mark over him too. That's what I'm saying. Like we can't diss Kobe and you giving LeBron all this love. Dude, LeBron played with Hall of Famers and stacked teams. Like Kobe never had a stacked team. Kobe played with Shaq. That was it. Then he had a team full of role players for his next championship run. So what are we talking about? Yes, Magic could. I agree. Magic could. Yeah, Michaela coming off, dude. Michaela coming off the bench, Fox. Michaela to me would be great coming off the bench because of her skill set. Her skill set to me would be better because look, you got Ariel Atkins already. Ariel's gonna do what she does. Angel's gonna do what she does. So you need somebody at that wing who's gonna be a shooter or stretch the floor. She's not a stretch the floor type of player. She's not. I don't know what people, I understand she won Rookie of the Year, but she was scoring mainly within the paint, the elbows. So that's why I was telling that one dude fast, bro, I watched Michaela before. I'm not saying she's trash. She's not a starter because her scoring ability isn't to the level of a top tier player that would be in the starting lineup, but it would be great off the bench. She would make the bench unit tough. What's up, Tula? That's what I want to know. The 10 players better. Tulip, that's a lie. See, no, stop, Tulip, stop. Reggie Miller didn't play the defense Kobe did, and Reggie Miller wasn't the facilitator Kobe was. Kobe was a better player. He was stronger and he was tougher mentally. Reggie Miller had the teams to get to the championship. They were in the championship, Tulip. Why do you think they lost? They lost because Reggie Miller's not that guy. He's not. What's up, Pico? What's up, Leafo? No, Kobe had a complete game. Kobe's in my top 1 and 2. Shaq's not in my top 10. Shaq's probably top 20, top 30 something for me. He's not in my top nothing. No, Shaq's not in my top 10 or 15. Yeah, he was over. To me, Shaq was overrated. He was. For the player he was, Shaq should have won about 8 or 9 championships. He was kind of overrated, and he kind of was a weak rebounder. Like, he would have games where he would have 20 boards or something, but consistently wise, Shaq was probably a more of a scoring type of big than he was just attack the boards. I want a huge Shaq fan. Shaq was overrated to me. Yeah, she said that she would come off the bench. I'm like, for who? Is he? Yeah, but LeBron also has stacked teams too, Tulip. Everybody in his starting 5 was picked in the top 5 of the draft. And they were also picked high. A lot of those players on the Warriors, sir, they were picked later in rounds. That Warriors team had a bunch of role players, and you had 2 superstars and 1 all-star, and you had the ultimate role player in Draymond. That team wasn't stacked. They just call it stacked because LeBron lost. That's all the media does. Took elementary school players to the finals. Yeah, he took that. Listen, Bron took that 017 to the finals. Yeah, that team on paper, name-wise, wasn't great, but that team has some good role players. Donyell Marshall was big for them. Larry Hughes was big for them. Like Ziggy, him and Ziggy off of that pick and roll was destroying teams. Vrajao, I think Vrajao was there. Vrajao came into his own attacking the boards. It was a solid team, but yeah, like that team, yeah, he took that team to the finals. I give Bron credit for that. Yes, I would take 10, possibly 15 centers over Shaq. I wasn't a Shaq guy. Shaq, all Shaq could do was dunk and bully. He was a bully. Like, if Shaq couldn't bully you, he wasn't effective. Oh, yeah, he's the offensive foul all the time, bro. That's all Shaq did. He would offensive foul all the time because they stopped blowing the whistle on Shaq from 99 to 2004. That run they had, they stopped blowing the whistle. They only blew the whistle at certain times on him because they needed the series to prolong, so they would foul Shaq out if they had to. But what they didn't count on in that Pacers series was that Kobe was that good. And Kobe was that good because if you watch the whole season, Kobe was bailing the Lakers out the whole season. That's how I know people didn't watch basketball, because they say Shaq was 1A, just like Tulip said. That's some ESPN bullshit. They say, oh, Shaq was 1A, and Shaq, you could have won with anybody. Then let me ask you this, Tulip. Why didn't Shaq win before Kobe became Kobe? Why didn't he win those first 4 years he was there? See, y'all don't never bring up those 4 years. Y'all always throw them 4 years to the side. Like Kobe was developing at that time. He was a rookie. So this was the perfect time for Shaq to say, yo, I'm the best in the game. No, Shaq was losing to the damn Jazz. He was struggling against the Jazz. He was getting bodied by Ostertag and Antoine Carr. I know because I watched. I've been watching basketball since the late 80s. So I know these games. So when people like this Chilltown dude try to tell me about Kobe, he's lying. And I wasn't even a Kobe fan growing up. I hated Kobe. So what are we talking about? If Shaq was so raw, why didn't they win those 4 games? Why didn't they win those 4 years he was there? Nobody answers that. And he had more all-stars on his team that time than he had with the championship teams. Go back and watch. You had Nick Van Exel, all-star. Eddie Jones, all-star. Kobe became an all-star after a year or two. So if Shaq was 1A and anybody could win with Shaq, why wasn't Shaq winning earlier? Kobe wasn't in his way. Kobe was on the bench. And then Kobe started at the wing next to Eddie Jones and Nick Van Exel. So stop it. Stop with this Shaq glazing. He wasn't that guy. He wasn't. Like, stop. I'm tired of that. Like, be for real. Like if you love Shaq, cool. But answer that question. Why didn't Shaq win? Why? The dream gonna be the dream. They're gonna have to decide. Breonna Jones or BG. One of them got to come off the bench. Oh man, the rest was holding the whistle like crazy, like crazy, like crazy. Yeah, I saw it. Jersey, okay, we'll see. I think they just signed her so they could get a leg up on LSU. Yeah, I agree. Leave, yeah, tier 3. The only reason I say tier 2 is he was an all-star, I believe. But I agree with you. Pau Gasol wasn't all that. He was overrated too. To me, he had a better overseas career than he had in the NBA. Man, give me Akeem, Willis Reed, Moses Malone. Give me Will, give me Bill, give me Artis Gilmore. Bro, give me a bunch of players over him, dog. Shaq was not all that, bro. He had whole teams combining to guard him. Yeah, I mean, he had people guarding him because he was offensive fouling everybody and he was big, Tulip. There was no true 5s no more. He was the last 5, so they had to collapse on him. But if you go back and watch them tapes, they were double teaming Kobe too. The numbers don't lie in that. How about you talk about that? And if you're telling me he's top 10, why didn't he win those first 4 years? Why didn't he take Orlando over the top? See, y'all give credit for participation awards. Y'all want to get on Kobe, right? For the Phoenix series, for the finals he lost, but y'all don't want to get on Shaq when Shaq choked more finals than Kobe did. He did. I don't know, man. I mean, he's not my guy. I agree, AVC. I would take all of them over Shaq. Yes, absolutely. Shaq was overrated as hell. Yeah, he did, A-Dub. HD, you got Kobe too. I don't have Kobe at 2. I got Kobe at 1. I got Kobe at 1. No, they're not similar levels, Tulip. Kobe took a tier 3 player that was his second in command to a championship and won. Shaq has never went to a championship without a top 1 or top 3 guard in the league. Penny Hardaway was the best guard in the league outside of Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant became the top 2 guard in the league, or top 3, if you want to say, at the time in the league. Dwayne Wade was top 5 or top 4, possibly top 3 guard in the league. Pau Gasol was never a top 5 big or 4 in the league. So what are we talking about? They're not on the same level. Kobe carried a lesser team to the championship than Shaq did. All Shaq teams had great starters and great role players and a Hall of Fame player next to him. Pau Gasol, the only reason he made the Hall of Fame is because of his overseas career. His overseas career was great. I don't take that from him at all. Pau's overseas career was great. He's in the Basketball Hall of Fame. But if we're talking the NBA, Pau Gasol is not a Hall of Famer, dog. He's not. He's not. What's up, Machiavelli? No, Tulip cool. Tulip is cool, man. He ain't got my blood pressure high. Tulip cool. They were the best 1-2 punch. I disagree. The best 1-2 punch in history to me was Magic and Kareem. It was Magic and Kareem. That was the best 1-2 punch in history. Because you had possibly, arguably, the best center of all time with the best point guard of all time, able to play with one another and get 5 championships. That's the best 1-2 punch. I'm sorry. Yep, exactly, Mario Stewart. No, Tulip cool. Like Tulip is making some good points though. So we're fine. Like, what are y'all talking about? Tulip cool. I just disagree with him. I mean, but he's making some great arguments. Right. Yeah, I know, Mario. I go watch that game all the time. You're right, Tulip. Nobody wins alone. I agree. Nobody wins alone. I agree. I agree with you on that. Nobody wins alone. Man, Shaq was getting outplayed by. I don't even want to talk about Shaq, dog. Shaq should have had about 7 or 8 rings, bro. Shaq should have had 8 rings in his pocket. He only left with 4. And 3 of those was because of Kobe, and the other one was because of D Wade. So I don't even want to hear it. Bron played on some bad teams early on, but them 260 win seasons, those teams were good. He could have got to the championship with those teams. But early on, Bron didn't play with no great teams. He played with okay to below average. I disagree, Tulip. Shaq was not better than Kobe. Shaq was just big. Shaq didn't play against any centers. When he got to the finals, Tulip, there was nobody that could match him. During the Western playoffs, he would struggle because he was going against better competition. And no, Kobe didn't cost Shaq a chip with the shot chucking. They lost that chip because Shaq was getting destroyed on the defensive end and he was getting destroyed on the pick and rolls. If Shaq would have stepped up and actually played defense, the Lakers would have won at least 2 of those games, maybe 3. Shaq's defense was horrible that series. Wasn't because of shot chucking. That's how I know, Tulip, you watch ESPN. That's how I know, because you watch ESPN. So what are we talking about? Yeah, they were first in the East with a 55. Look, Bron did not have a bunch of weak teams in Cleveland. That's a lie. We gonna talk about. I'm gonna do a video on that. I did a video on that before. I'm gonna do another video on it. We're gonna talk about LeBron's teams. We're gonna talk about his teams. He didn't have no weak teams in Cleveland. The reason LeBron lost was because of experience. He didn't get the experience yet. To me, if he would have stayed in Cleveland, LeBron would have been better in the finals than he would have when he went to Miami, because he would have actually learned, he would have dealt with adversity. It would have made him a better player. Bron never deals with adversity. He's never dealt with that adversity that would make you a great player. Magic had it. They called him Tragic Magic. Kobe had it. Mike had it. Isaiah Thomas had it. Everybody's had a point in their career that made them feel the lowest of the low, and they always came back and got better. LeBron has always been able to jump here, jump there to avoid that adversity, to avoid that taking accountability. He's always found a way to avoid taking accountability. Shaq was the same way. Shaq jumped ship because he never wanted to take accountability. Shaq never took accountability. Never. Like, he never took it. Yeah, Ben Wallace did shut Shaq down. That's a lie too, Tula. Bron did have a team, bro. Stop. Look, man. That Bron was winning 50 games and 60 games. He was winning 60. He had 60 wins and 50 wins in Cleveland. That's not a bad team, bro. That's a solid team. They lost in the playoffs because Bron never could adjust to what the defense was throwing at him, bro. That's what happened. It had nothing to do with he didn't have a team. Okay, if he didn't have a team, then why did they win 55 games? They didn't win 55 games just because of Bron. He was the catalyst, but they still had pieces around him that helped them. He should have left Cleveland sooner. I mean, look, he should have left Cleveland. I mean, hey, I don't disagree. Cleveland's not a great franchise, but he won 50 games and he won back-to-back 60 wins. It wasn't just because of LeBron. Just like it wasn't because of just Kobe when he won 50 wins in the West. Kobe was in the West going against way better competition than Bron was. A lot of Bron's teams he played were under 500. He didn't play nobody until he got to the semis or the conference finals. That's when he played somebody. Bro, I looked at the team before he was drafted. That team was bad because it wasn't that good. But the team wasn't built to be good. The team was built to tank, Tula, because they wanted to get LeBron. If they wanted to build a team that could possibly be competitive, they would. What's up, MDT? Yeah, Cleveland is a dumpster fire. I don't disagree, but I'm just saying he won 50-some games and 60-some games in a weak Eastern Conference. I'm not finna give him no pass, bro. Like, y'all didn't give Kobe no passes. Y'all don't give nobody passes but LeBron. LeBron has been the most coddled superstar in history. In history. He has been. You take them off them teams, finish lottery. Let's be honest, they won't make the playoffs. They didn't, but they didn't make the playoffs his first 2 years, Tula. And he was there. But yeah, if you take them off those teams, no, they wouldn't do well. They wouldn't. I agree. But they still were constructed good around him because he won 55 games in 60. He lost his first 2 years in the league. His third year, they made the playoffs. Why did they make the playoffs? Because they put some pieces around him that help elevate his game. That's what you do when you're building a team. You got your superstar, which is LeBron, and you put role players around them. That's how teams were built back in the day, Tulip. Michael Jordan, they put a bunch of role players around him. They didn't put no superstars around Michael Jordan. They didn't put no superstars around David Robinson. They didn't put no superstars. The only one who had another superstar next to him was Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal had Penny next to him. So those were really your two superstars on the same team. Everybody else was an all-star or role player or had one superstar. That's how teams have always been built. They didn't start stacking teams until LeBron said, yo, Bosh, let's go play with D-Wade. But every team that every superstar play on, yeah, they don't really have a big team. Yeah, Magic had Kareem, but Kareem was older. Kareem was like almost 40, Tulip. He was like 35 or 36. Like Kareem was older. That's a difference. So you had Kareem and Magic. That's cool. Then you had who else? Bird had McHale and Parrish. McHale was coming off the bench. He wasn't considered a superstar. He was considered an all-star, but a lot of teams weren't constructed like that. You usually had to draft your teams to be constructed where you had superstar here, superstar there, or you would have to make a trade to bring a superstar over. I mean, it wasn't normal to have two superstars. Like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he got Oscar Robertson when Oscar Robertson was on his last legs. He was like almost 40. So you don't really get a superstar around your same age. Like that doesn't happen. Like Tatum and Brown, you don't really get that. That's like an anomaly. But yeah, if LeBron wasn't on them teams, no, they don't get to the playoffs. We know that. I'm just saying they constructed the team around LeBron to go win. And he could have won, but LeBron was young. He didn't know how to win yet. He had to learn. He had to learn. Yeah, Kareem didn't win without a Hall of Fame point guard. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, Jamal Wilkes and Worthy. Yeah. Jamal Wilkes and Worthy. Worthy was an all-star. Jamal Wilkes was a solid role player. But James Worthy was an all-star. Like, he was never a superstar. He was an all-star. Yeah, Dennis Johnson, Tiny Archibald. Yeah, Bird did. But Dennis Johnson wasn't the same Dennis Johnson in Seattle, ABC. And Tiny Archibald wasn't the same Archibald early in his career. They were role players by that time. So we got to put context on it, guys. We can't just blurt stuff out and we don't add context to it. We got to add context to what we're talking about. Oh man, I've been on here way too long. I got to get my day started, guys. Thank you for coming by. Great conversating with y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. If y'all love what you hear, donate to the page. Go to the description box, hit the link to the Cash App to donate, or you can super chat or super thanks. You guys can also share the page and all of that. Yeah, you take care too. Remember too, when Magic, Kareem, and Bird was with McHale and Parrish, it was not much NBA team, so it was not Yeah, exactly, Mario. So we got to add context to it. But I agree. Tulip is right. If LeBron wasn't on those teams, they don't make the playoffs. I agree. But let's not say that he had pieces. He just didn't win because he was young. It takes you time to learn how to win. Like, look at the Denver Nuggets. Look at the Denver Nuggets with Joker. It took them a while to win. Remember? It took them what, 5 years? Like 4 to 5 years to win? Takes a while, guys. It takes a while. But y'all have a blessed day. I'm out. Deezy.